cantarle, mi hermano, un pedacito de la historia negra, de la historia nuestra, caballero. Y dice así.
Cartagena, a beautiful, vibrant city located on the northern coast of Colombia. This city is abundant with history, food, natural beauty, and did I say food?
Las calles de Cartagena, aquella historia vivió.
The bad where the culture is just too capitalist. They just
First time having
everything.
ceviche, it's great.
It's so expensive.
I can't believe I'm spending only $9
But
for
then,
this shit.
yet,
It's like so good.
then yet, there just is something about the U.S. that is more just developed and organized than most of these places. That's just it.
Oh yeah, it's obvious. Yeah. But the problem is, like, when you go to the United States, like, you go to all the same place. They always have TGI Fridays. They always have, like, you know, so very
The thing though is
It's very like photocopied. Everyone does the same shit. It's very.
here's the thing with the U.S. It's just a huge country. So if you compare the U.S. geographically to the continent of Europe, the U.S. is about 0.97 times the size of Europe. So almost 1-to-1. So the U.S. is about almost the same size as the entire continent of Europe. This is the entire.
Wow.
So
That's impressive.
So in a big ass country like the United States, you're going to see a lot of areas that are copycats of each other because that's kind of the thing. There's only but so many ways you can develop a place.
When you think of Colombia, you might think of this or this, but the history is so much more. In 1813, Colombia declared independence from Spain. The first president was this guy, Simón Bolívar, who led the independence movement. But let's hear the Colombians tell the story themselves.
But what happened a couple of years after that? Those corrupted Spanish, they started to sexually mix with the mestizos. And now we have Criollos. And besides that, mestizos and mulattoes, they started to sexually mix between them also. And now we have samples. So now we have Indians, mestizos, mulattoes, criollos, Sambos, African, and Spanish. And we are going to stop here because if we don't stop here, we're not going to finish today.
El Castillo de San Felipe was constructed almost 500 years ago. The castle was built to defend Cartagena, which was one of the most treasured cities to the Spanish crown, as gold and other precious metal flowed through its ports to Spain.
I guess people were shorter back then.
Oh yeah, you got no shot because this is on a slope. This is not even flat.
You can't shoot
So
up.
if you're all the way there, you're wow, that is genius. Yeah, now I understand. You can't see nothing.
Yeah, you can't.
No, it is because of the slope down because it doesn't flat out.
¿Ok? Y le va a disparar a la persona.
Wow,
¿Ok?
amazing.
Por eso es que la estrategia es de visibilidad. ¿Ok? En tiempo de guerra
That is
se
amazing.
decía que las
San Pedro Claver was a Jesuit priest who went to Colombia to free slaves. An early proponent of human rights, San Pedro would visit slave ships upon their arrival and provide food, medicine, and of course, scriptures to the slaves. During his 40-year ministry, he baptized over 300,000 slaves. While one can deliberate about the virtues of Christianizing Africans, who probably had their own original religion, one must be impressed by a guy who dedicated his life to doing something so unpopular at the time.
The African people, the black people, were considered animals, things. That's why the Spaniards sold all the slaves into South American economy here in Cartagena. Cartagena was the principal port to Spain, okay? Many people, many rich people came here to Cartagena from Argentina, from Brazil, from Venezuela, in order to buy the slaves here to Cartagena. In 1622, San Pedro Cabell called himself the slave of the slaves forever.
Huh.
It's the same, but in Latin. Petrus Claver et Cipium siempre servus, the slave of the slaves forever.
It's just interesting to think about how, the majority isn't always right, and how hard it is to fight against the majority. And at the end of the day, San Pedro was right. I mean, he got a whole museum after him and a whole church. And the colonizers were some of the biggest assholes around. So, very interesting. History, gotta love it. I think it's kind of cool how now I'm going to the Palace of the Inquisition. So it's I've seen the good of the Catholic Church today, and then now I'm gonna see the downside. The very, very, very big downside.
Last few words. Usually when I watch a movie, my guy's going to the Hi Mom, I love you. You don't have to the store. You need to drive away from it. But over here, it sounds like we're going to do it a little different. Shit. Alright, so we made it to the store. How's it going? Day 3.
Day 3, we watched the video, and reality and TV are two different worlds, man. Yeah. The video.
We thought we were the kings of bait and switch in real estate.
Yeah. That's all about bait and switch. They showed you videos of luxury liners, models, relaxation.
Oh, you get his Oscar and his brothers.
Right. Right now we're just just trying to survive. Kind of like a hostage village.
They took us hostage and they gave us food.
That's better than how most hostages get treated. That's better than...
My rice is really good.
The trip back to Cartagena was, let's just say, exhilarating.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Yo, when that shit went sideways, I was like, oh fuck. Hi Mom, I love you. Oh. What are your last words? Hola. Shit.
And while I might not have been in Jamaica, it's always a great opportunity to scream out, and thankfully, we made it back alive.
That's what the money you guys see you when you start making money, you know.
Yeah, isn't it funny how like artists, when it's their first album, it's great, and then afterwards they just suck.
Yeah, because all edge, they created a new sound, a new way to sing it. They created some kind of edge about it.
Then when it becomes mainstream now,
it becomes mainstream, it became boring, you know. And you can't, you know, and they're talking about at first they start off their broke.
I think a lot of record companies force them to be boring.
When they start off broke, they're hungry.
And afterwards, it's like, okay, you got a good first album, now make some money, dude. Now make some money.
Could be that.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Corona. ¡Que vaya!
I don't want to make a mess.
Don't worry about the mess. I will clean this.
You sure?
Yeah, I do this every day, so don't worry.
Daviol is going to try chocolate. Let's see here. How's a map? Okay. Let's see if I'm a good chocolatier in Spanish. I'm just totally ripping my bag up. Oh wow. Not bad. Oh, this is going to melt outside.
You're ready to eat now.
You can tell the guy maybe you can hold it for us until we come back or something.
Crazy.
God, this is the best desserts I've ever seen.
Wow. Some girl just like got a creep.
That's chocolate ice cream. That's
So right now, like,
that takes a whole other level.
I don't remember which slice is which, but see, am I good at making chocolate? That's really good. EL just consumed all of this chocolate.
That is a great.
How do you feel?
I feel a little sick, but that's the greatest dessert I ever had. That's all I must say. And I've eaten a lot of desserts,
Especially a lot of chocolate.
especially a lot of chocolate desserts.
He is a chocolatero after this.
That's right. I am a chocolate expert taste tester. Can't get enough. I don't stop eating it until my stomach's about to explode.
He's going to make a YouTube channel, guys, reviewing chocolate. Make sure you follow him. He's going to be going around the world eating the best chocolates.
It'd be like, how much chocolate can I stuff before I collapse?
Make sure you subscribe.
And then it was our last day. And like all good things, vacation had come to an end. Besides, we needed to return to New York to make enough money for the next trip.
Rafael Nunez International.
On the way back, I reflected on my experiences in Cartagena and what I had learned. What a vibrant city it was, with so much history and culture. It's so important to step out of your comfort zone and explore. There's just so much of the world to see. We took off from Cartagena on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and were greeted in Miami by a very welcoming TSA agent who groped my nutsack. After a short connection in Miami, which I would dread doing ever again, we boarded our final flight to arrive in New York.